All right, guys, meet here. So let's have a quick talk here. So I got a lot of messages, basically saying, man, you doing security work. Why you chose, why did you choose the Hellcat? So I'm not just security, mind you. I do a lot of things in the armed security field. But I do have Glocks. I do have the bigger XM, XDM. I have bigger weapons. But this particular one is special. So this is why 99, I'll just say 97% of my work is plain clothes, okay? So with that, I'm in sweats, I'm in jeans, joggers, suits, you name it. Regular guy clothes, right? I got this firearm, number one, it's anti-snag, even though Springfield doesn't particularly advertise it this way. Look at the controls, okay? It is empty, so just so you guys know. I'll always, anytime I do a video, my weapons are always going to be empty. Rounds are sitting right here. Federal. High shocks. 11 for this one and 10 in that one. I'm in Maryland. They only want us to have 10 rounds, even though I have high capacity mags, but that's neither here nor there. But when I'm putting everything on, right, my clothing, you see how the profile of this is? The size of the weapon is great. The smooth is thin. So even when I'm holstering it, whether it's inside my waistband with, I'm just pulling out simple holsters now. I got some other ones made. But, I'll go with this one. You can adjust the loop on this particular holster to change the cant of the firearm so it can fit how you want to. A lot of times when I use this one, it's inside the waistband, and I will adjust the cant so my firearm, instead of it sitting like this or like that on my waistband when I have on joggers or sweats, it's this way. It's tucked in, so all of this right here will be riding my waistline, so to speak. So it's hidden just a little more, and because of how thin this firearm is, it's really close to the body, okay? So it's comfortable. Number one, for inside the waistband wear. Same thing with this one. Even though this is an outside the waistband holster, I didn't get one that was so big and chunky, but you see how the curve is with it? So when you put it on, the holster hugs you. And again, this firearm sits close to the body. So it's far less imprinting than, like the standard, like my smaller Glocks are 26. The 43X is relatively small as well too. You could get another firearm that's almost the size, which is the FN 503 SIG P365 as well. This one holds 10 rounds. Now my other magazines can hold 13. Okay. But the overall weight for this firearm is really easy to carry. Now, I got into a little discussion with a guy at the range the other day, and I had to show him proof. So he says the reason I don't like smaller firearms is because they're not accurate. And I was like, that's incorrect. The shooter's not accurate. If you pick up your firearms and you really practice your gripping and your aim and you're practicing where to get your sight picture all the time, you'll be accurate with this one just as you are with a 4.5 inch barrel. I'm confident of that. Why? Because I do it and I show it all the time. So I was knocking down targets 25 yards, no problem. We even went to an outdoor range and I was knocking down 50-yard targets, center mass with this, okay? So you want something that's gonna reach out and smack somebody. I call it Bell South. So I call it reach out and touch. There it is. So you practice getting your sight picture right with this. The sights are easy to pick up, number one. What I do like about this tritium also, in the nighttime, it doesn't take long at all for it to grab light and glow and stand out to you. Okay, you're not getting like a little dim green circle. If I was closer to my light switch, I would turn it off and you will see this thing will be bright. I wish my camera would act a little bit better to focus. That's about as good as I'm gonna get it. But you get the point, get the picture. The sight is really bright. It's easy to pick up, okay? I usually go with the extended clip, the extended mag, excuse me. I hate saying clip. Well, not the extended, but the pinky extension, okay? Just for a little bit of a bigger grip, better grip. I have huge hands, you know. Also now, with this magazine here, I don't want to put anything in. Get out. Even with the flush fit, still, grip is not that bad. You know, I can manage a great grip like that and trigger pull and not feel uncomfortable, okay? So it's still there. I even put my finger on, I got the grip down to a science with my pinky on the bottom. My grip is still good. At first, I was gripping it a little bit tighter with my support hand, unknowingly, didn't realize it. But after a few rounds with it, I got over it. And I was just able, you know, to pull my shots back this way and not have them slightly to the left. So the reason I wear this, it's real comfortable. It's easy for me to deal with. I don't have to worry about the type of clothing that I wear. I've thrown this thing in, like I said, in sweatpants, all the way up to a suit. Inside the waistband, outside the waistband, comfortable, drape my shirt on top. Doesn't matter, doesn't imprint, okay? It's not dropping my clothes way down. It does have, you know, a little weight to it. It's not heavy at all, though. All the weight is always in the slide anyway. But it's not heavy. It's a well-balanced firearm. So for the ones that, you know, just have questions or like to, as I say, find some rhetoric to say and they're not fully versed because they may not have even experienced this particular firearm themselves, I urge you to go ahead and do it. The gripping is nice. I was looking at getting some grip modifications, but I don't want to. I like the sandpaper feel. And even though you think it would be rough just by the looks, it is not. It's actually pretty grippy and comfortable. It does adapt to when you squeeze it, how you hold it. What I also like about this is if your hands do tend to sweat a little bit and you don't use gloves while you're shooting. When I'm working, I have my gloves on standby all the time, my 511 competition shooting gloves. Got them in FDE and in Coyote and black, but they stay on a bag. If I'm doing the posted details, they're always on my hands. Always, hot or cold, doesn't matter. But like I said, this firearm is great. I love the Hellcat. You don't get so much interference with the controls here. And even though they are flush fitted to the frame, they're still easy to use and operate. So you can still, you know, depressure slide, lock release. Also your takedown lever and everything is pretty easy. You got good indexing for your fingers. Barely use them, but they're there. And like I said, it works. So get off of the big gun bus. I had just as much target success with this one as I had with any one of them, even my PPQ, which is my big gun, my favorite. I have just as much target success with this one at 3 inches on the barrel as I do with a firearm that's 4.5 inches. No sweat, no problem. And it's almost one times as small as everything else that I use. Springfield Armory Hellcat is his meat from Monarch Defense Systems. You know, trained by way of Training Solutions 101, Darryl Pugh, my good brother, one of the best firearm instructors in Maryland. So if you're here and you want to take a class, I urge you, look him up. And you're more likely run into me at the range too. I'll be happy to assist whenever I can. But Springfield Armory Hellcat is my firearm of choice when I'm running out the doors right now. So if you see me and I'm working, or period, this is going to be with me. You guys have a good day. Be safe.